The Center for Innovation, Incubation and Linkages has been set up in Savitribai Phule, Pune University. So we have another young, vibrant industrialist with us, and I'm sure a lot of you who are from Pune have heard about him, and is none other than Mr. Anand Chordia. A brief introduction of Mr. Chordia. Mr. Chordia is a postgraduate in food science and technology from the prestigious University of Auckland, New Zealand. He joined in his family business in 2004 as Director Technical. He is heading the Innovation, Production and Purchase Department, and he has brought in revolutionary 150 products in 350 SKUs after he came into the company. He has a strong leadership style, and Suhana has been developed under his mentorship as the Director Technical, and he is currently on various committees. There are close to 9 committees that he is associated with, which is BIS, which is Bureau of Indian Standards. He's chairman of Food Processing Industry, MCCIA for Pune region. He's a founder member, National Agriculture Food Analysis and Research Institute, Pune. He's also a member of National Institute of Food Technology, Entrepreneurship and Management. So the list is endless of his achievements and the kind of work that he has been doing. I'm sure you could go and look at his LinkedIn profile as well. Today we are really fortunate to have someone from the industry to give you a perspective. We had Akshay, who actually spoke from a startup perspective of the first generation person who gets into, especially a person who has worked in the corporate and got into the startup side. We have Anand, who has actually joined in the family business and has taken it to a different level.
We respect relationship, we respect partnerships. And this is a very interesting time for our nation, I personally feel, and the youth here and outside doing some interesting work with full of opportunities. And the reason I feel why there are so many opportunities there, because things are changing very fast. When the pace of change is more, the opportunities are also more. And what all things are changing? It's right from the way you want to communicate, the way you want to buy things, the way you want to select things, even the kind of exposure today's consumer gets to different products and services. Reach to information is very different, very cheap now. You can reach to best of the thoughts, listen to best of the people, understand best of the case studies. Instead of reading books, you can listen books, you can see live videos. So this is really important to understand that the external parameters are changing, and that's where the opportunity lies. But to really go deeper and understand, we also need to do our inner engineering to really get in tone with the fast-paced changing markets. And that's what I have been doing at Suhana or many other initiatives we have been taking. Is really we really never have focused on top lines or bottom lines or what competitors are doing. We always have worked on trying to understand our customers deeper and clearer, and trying to understand our markets deeper and clearer. And the result or the growth is just absolutely from that one perspective. And once you start doing that, you keenly observe the customers or markets or changing perspectives. That's one important quality I want to tell to all the startups or academicians here, that we need to be keen observer. So if I'm traveling or I'm going for a business tour or whatever I'm doing, I am keen observer all the time and keen learner all the time. So that's really important quality and attribute. That gives you amazing insights to build your product, your services, everything, your communication, everything. We, like she just briefed, we were originally traditional food manufacturing company catering to Pune market or markets around. Today we export to 23 countries and we are almost in 9 states of India. And if many people must be thinking that, or sometimes there is a thought of fascination that yes, big export is a big thing. But it is also understanding our product and the market we cater to know. For us, for example, we knew we are dealing with traditional Indian food products and per capita consumption of that is highest in India. So where I have to work hard, where I have to keenly observe my market and customers is my own country first. So many times the startups will have or people will have the ideas that I want to do this something, I want to go to Europe and do this. And I always tell them, no, our own country is one of the biggest market next to you, you are part of it and you can understand it best possible way. And that deeper understanding will come by keen observation. Many times doing all these innovations, I have been earlier saying it's been zamana of R&D, research and development. But today, if we take the perspective of last few years of our work, it's been zamana of C&D. It's connect and development. And that's another thing we need to keep it in mind. The way name here says Sahayog. And it's partnership and connection. That's very important attribute all the startups, all the academics, all the institutes will have to build. I work with one college of engineering as on their industrial advisory board. And so far we have been always thinking about the students will come for internships to your institute, to company. And we said, I have been doing that for years and I have not really seen the kind of change I want to bring in the education pattern or educational thinking, because I really want to sow the seed of entrepreneurship and entrepreneurial thinking in the students. For example, taking risks is not taught in educational thinking. But what we do as entrepreneur every day, we want to take risks. No fear of failure. And accept whatever is happening. And that's one of the key attribute. So what we decided from last year, that we have started internships for college professors and academicians. We have planned a special program for them that they come in industry and spend time and understand that what are the industrial, corporate or business perspectives at actual, which we want students to build in your education thinking. And that has worked really well. Now, all these small attributes will make change bigger. It is not going to be that overnight I did something in a traditional way of thinking, that I did something and this really happened. From the case study perspective, if you see, it sounds like that. But at the back end, there is lot of minutest engineering which is happening for each process, product, services to go global or successful. I think one of the major change in the same pattern happening globally today is use of IT. And that's one area where as entrepreneurs, you all also should see where all my products, my services I can sell. It's a parallel selling platform. Every month, around 6 million internet users are increasing in India itself. That's the scale of usage of smartphone or digital appliances is growing. And earlier, a retailer or a distributor would be influencer to sell your product, but today that screen is a bigger influencer to sell you your product or your services. So all the startups which are working to expand and reach out to people, they undoubtedly have to think of going digital strongly. I want to give one example that how one innovation really leads a, a very big change in in the perspective the way many other industries run. For example, the innovation of food rating on internet or exploring right restaurants or food joints which are upcoming in the cities. And you know, websites like Zomato work on that. That such sites became an exploration for finding the new food ideas. That allowed a lot of people to think of servicing food through online ordering pattern where people like Swiggy and Uber Foods, people like those got evolved. Now ultimate business was of restaurant and connecting food and buying food, going to restaurant and eating food. But now all this allowed you to order food online and get food to your at your door. What this the biggest difference happened. One of my friend has recently started a restaurant on Lakshmi Road, and every day 1/3 of sale for his restaurant comes from digital platform, and that's growing day by day. Now even in city area, if so much influence of digital communication e-commerce is happening in such a small period of time, see how much bigger influence it is going to have in times to come. Coming to the next point, last few weeks I have been meeting many such startups who are into industrial revolution 4.0, artificial intelligence and big data analytics, and many times entrepreneurs, startups. I am treating you as entrepreneurs and future Indian corporates. We don't know, we agree that all this is important, but we don't understand where this is exactly going to help my business to change perspective to grow. And this example, I'm again connecting back to the restaurant. They built a database for last 3 years that from which region they get maximum orders from online portals. And there is a concept these companies have built of dark kitchens where the food service company on internet providing free kitchen platform in the region where they have found bigger purchase pattern and given them entire setup free of cost and give them the top position when a search for food is done, which is at least few thousand clicks and buyers every day, which a single-handed restaurant cannot have.